Good evening, my dear esteemed guests and my beautiful subscribers. It is me, of course, your host, Light Liger here, and once again, we are going to be taking a deep dive into another blockchain ecosystem. And as it was voted by my community on Telegram, the next one would be about Polkadot. You're going to have impact on which projects we are going to be covering next on YouTube and also on Telegram polls. So make sure you're going to be checking those out after this video has aired. But as I said, today we are going to be focusing on Polkadot. I have chosen 9 different projects which are in development phase. So either their token is not launched or their main platform is not launched yet, which is a perfect opportunity to basically get acquainted and follow these projects before they are going to be launching their product. So you have the opportunity to be there first before everybody else and having perhaps the best opportunity to buy in. But let's get started without further ado. So our first project is called PolkaX, which is a cross-chain liquidity integration platform by Polkadot. Now, obviously, there are many cross-chain projects out there these days, and there's a lot of competition. That was something that we have to understand. But then again, there's always going to be one that is going to be the prime one that everybody uses on a certain chain, and then there might be a couple of alternatives on the side. So it's good to always think what is going to be the number one on possibly on this specific chain, and PolkaX definitely could be the one on Polkadot. And there are a couple of partners here obviously involved. Polkadot, Astar, Shiden is pretty big right now, Uniswap and SushiSwap. There's going to be this is built on Astar Network, which is supporting EVM and Ethereum's code Solidity, ECDSA, which I don't know what that is. Cross-chain liquidity pool, so people can trade their tokens from different chains, layer 2 scaling solution, token launchpad, and also there is going to be a DAO allowing people have an impact on the PolkaX bridge and what is basically, the platform will be doing. And there's a bit of more explanation here, and the liquidity pools, there's Refinance, Dego Finance, Kava, Kusama, Bancor, that is Yearn, SushiSwap, Aave, and also Uniswap. And Astar Network, high TPS, low fee, is going to be heralded as one of those main contenders for like these smart contract type of platforms. And this could be doing really well. Here is a bit of the roadmap right now. So there has been a private sale already, but there is going to be a public sale happening in the soon, I presume, because it's September. And the PolkaX version 2 is going to be launching on Astar Network in Q4. A lot of Polkadot stuff is going to be happening in Q4 this year or beginning of next year. That's when a lot of the rollout is going to be happening. So you're kind of still early on Polkadot in a lot of ways because a lot of this stuff hasn't really been launched. Moving on, we have Parami, which is built for Web3, and this is basically privacy layer for Polkadot. Currently, they do have a near C20 token, but a lot of the things that they are building out are not out yet. Neither does the token exist yet on Polkadot, as far as I was able to research. And this is going to be offering as a social coins, add NFTs, smart drop, yield farming. There's a lot of I went through very quickly there like a light paper, and just a lot of different diagrams and pictures, how everything basically works. And that's very important when privacy is concerned. People want to exactly know how these things work. So that's another thing that is something you want to definitely dive into here and seeing how this basically work. And this is like a substrate off-chain. So there's an oracle here, which is very interesting. Synthesizing, consuming, bidding, staking, settlements, governance. I think even NFTs were involved in this. So definitely another privacy project that is going to be making the headlines, at least on this chain, and a lot of partners here involved. So another one that I definitely recommend looking into. At some point, we might have another privacy cycle where privacy coins are going to be doing really well, and there's going to be a lot more interest for them. Moving on, we have DTrade, and this is basically powered by Parity Substrate, and this is going to be options and perpetuals decentralized. Obviously, there's been some of these already on Ethereum and a couple of other places, but none of them have really picked up per se. And this is another opportunity for people to kind of like get into this train and possibly have something, in Polkadot. A lot of big partners here, Huobi, Polychain, DeFi Alliance. This is a big list once again of people involved. Next generation trading platform, permissionless markets, 16x leverage, protocol revenues flow directly back to the traders. That is an interesting model. A sub-second latency, that is very important, obviously, in these types of platforms. Trade mining, where you can get the DTX token. So I guess some of them maybe perhaps be sold, and maybe all of them are going to be trade mined. But obviously with trade mining, you want to be there first because the rates usually start from very high, meaning that if you're one of the early birds on the platform, you might be getting or benefiting from high DTX rewards early on for trading on the platform. But let's move on. Next up, we have Mangada Finance, which is a one-stop shop for trading Polkadot assets. It's a DEX, and it also has a bridge between Ethereum and Polkadot. Once again, I have to talk about this, that there will be a lot of people and a lot of platforms who will be able to do bridges between these two specific chains especially. So who knows, whatever people are going to be using Mangada's chain or not. There's going to be no network fees. That is pretty lucrative idea here. Save hundreds of dollars in transaction compared to Ethereum's mainnet layer 1, obviously. I mean, you can use pretty much anything to save up money versus Ethereum. And so here is the problem. They kind of talk about, okay, how does everything work inside? The MGA token, hold and earn bigger share over time, earn rewards with buy and burn, hard cap with infinite flow, and stake and govern the network. So a lot of utility involved in the actual platform's token. But and here's some Polychain once again, a partner apparently. And, you can take a more deeper dive into it and try their testnet version as well. Then we have another privacy-based project on Polkadot, and this logo, I love them. The Mangada Network is the one that we're talking about here, and their logo, which you don't see on the website, which is quite sad because it's really beautiful. They should do an NFT collection based on that only. And here, once again, a lot of people have been talking about here. You can see the logo. This is cute. And basically, they are building a privacy layer on Polkadot. Whatever this is going to be, the better one than the one we talked about earlier. Who knows? I'm not a privacy expert per se. And it's going to be interesting. There's always going to be different solutions, which are going to be layer 2, layer 1, mixing, and different types of things. There's many ways to build privacy or even use them both for different types of purposes, what you're going to be doing. And basically, that is what Manta is trying to accomplish here. Once again, a lot of different partners here involved with this company and articles that have been published about. And then there's Mangada Network Services, which ZKP-based privacy technology. Manta Pay, on-chain private transactions of any parachain assets. That also seems pretty good. Users are able to privately send wrapped BTC, ETH, DOT, and other major crypto assets, as well as parachain assets to any wallet on Manta Network. And Manta Swap is going to be, I guess, like a Uniswap of privacy, transactions. This could be very interesting. Will the LPs be private as well? There's, very interesting ideas here kind of explored. And this could be a bit more broader project than the other one that we have talked about. Also, big partners here, Tidal Network, SubDAO, Polka Switch, ChainX, Equilibrium, Fala Network. Big stuff here. But this is, once again, not token yet launched or testnet product available yet, so definitely keep your eyes on this. Next, let's move into some gaming and NFT based stuff because that's kind of booming right now. And the first one in the list is called BitCountry, and this is going to be an EVM compatible network and metaverses for games. Metaverses and games, I guess. I don't know how you put. Well, they're kind of like the same thing. And obviously, I'm writing actually an NFT article right now on my website, but land assets and metaverse assets, these can be very, very valuable down the line, and they kind of have been historically on my experience. And having the ability to buy, land assets on, sort of a land, portal or metaverse type of thing can be extremely valuable because you can build so many things there, and if you have like a project, you can brand the land or the metaverse on that specific project, on that kind of like a name and style, and that's just so much different utility. There's ad spots, so many things you can do with these metaverse lands, and they can be very interactive and cool things you can do. And this also seems to be kind of on the early stages. There is actual video on the platform, and they kind of explain about land blocks on your map, BitCountries, and like each country is like each community. So there is a bit of stuff here. How do I get the sounds off? Well, let's try. Well, okay, I'm just gonna browse it like this time. So there is some type of trailer footage here. Here it shows some type of a marketplace where people are selling stuff. And here, god damn it, these sounds. But yeah, I mean, I recommend really looking into this yourself. This looks pretty promising to me. Every time somebody mentions like land sales and assets, I get pretty interested of that stuff. So there's also a bridge apparently here. So they are building something pretty large altogether. So, and here you can look a bit of the roadmap where they are at right now. Right now they're in stage 1. So there is going to be a lot of still work ahead. So this is kind of like a long-term investment in the chain. Moving on, we have a game called Polka Pets, and I would show their website, but it's kind of crappy. It doesn't really have anything. So maybe better to just show their Medium page. And currently the NFTs are on Ethereum, but they have not like launched their stuff on actual Polkadot, and there's like things that they need to like bridge over, and there's going to be like more sales and stuff. So this is kind of like a half launch product, but still on its early stages. They are doing like a trading card game, basically a Pokemon style or a Pokemon inspired type of a game. It's funny how many people are able to find these artists which do these sort of like, I don't want to say rip-offs, but Pokemon style art. And they have been around for some time now, but definitely not too late to get involved with this. But yeah, let's move on. Next up we have Galital, which is a multi-chain NFT marketplace built on Polkadot. And once again, there are many of these types of projects who are going to be doing this type of stuff. And it's anybody's guesses which ones are going to be making it in the top. I've already kind of seen a couple of these emerging. And there are Binance Smart Chain, Ethereum, AVAX, Polkadot, Kusama, and Flare Network. Things that they are building. So this is not solely on Polkadot, but it seems that they're kind of like, that seems to be the one that they are most focused on. And there's a bit of a breakdown of their tokenomics, marketing, and there's going to be an airdrop. The who and whom, I don't know. But you can definitely take a more deeper dive into this project yourself if you are interested in it. And let's move into our very last project, which is an also NFT one called Vera Financial or Vera Network. And this is the first thing that is very interesting, which is renting. Renting NFTs is, well, there's many utilities for them. Some people, well, it's going to be a hard thing to code, obviously, in the end of the day, but there might be like some stuff down the road where people want to rent NFTs for a certain period of time where they have the ownership. Perhaps there's an airdrop happening or something like that. But this could be pretty big. They also have a testnet product already out right now, which you can take a dive into, and they're building it on 4 different blockchains: Solana, Polkadot, Ethereum, and Polygon. And basically, you can verify your assets, finance, you can earn from staking your assets. So I guess they have some type of inbuilt staking for the NFTs, or maybe in the contract, you have staking contract already. Renting is interesting. Superpowers, quickly add essential financial services to any DApp without risks and complexities. That sounds very promising, because there are a lot of outside crypto people coming into these NFT stuff, and they have obviously the learning curve there. And having more noob-friendly stuff for the NFTs is definitely something that is needed and wanted. And here they go on a bit of the roadmap and what they're basically building out. But this, once again, is still, I think they're in a private token phase right now. So, in some private token sale, sorry. And at some point, there's going to be the pre-launch for the lending dApp, and also their testnet and mainnet launches, and among other things. Maybe they're going to be announcing the token sale at some point as well, and also they're hiring. So if you have some skills, maybe drop them an email. But that pretty much covers up my projects that I have chosen for Polkadot. As always, you can send me some Kusama or Polkadot NFTs and tokens as a thank you for featuring your project, or just providing you good information, whatever you desire. And obviously, I would love to do more projects and reviews about Polkadot and Kusama, especially in the future. So stay tuned for those by subscribing, and make sure to also compete on those polls as well, in case you want to see what project should be featured next on the channel in next week. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon.